Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible? Good afternoon, Bachawadi. Can you hear my sweet voice? Good afternoon, Bacha. Good afternoon, Kavya. Okay, audible. Good afternoon, Bachawadi. Good afternoon, Pawan. How are you guys? మీరు ఎలా ఉన్నారు? कैसे हैं आप लोग? Good afternoon, बच्चा. I'm also fine, beta. My Telugu ends here. My Telugu knowledge ends here. My Telugu and your physics knowledge are on the same page. Kuncham आता है. Okay, so welcome to the ABC class after lunch. Okay, so basically we are not studying physics right now. We are going through basic mathematics. Why we are going through basic mathematics? Because the mathematics is the language in which we communicate in physics. Right? Start करें. Are we ready? Shall we proceed? देखो भाई, what I'm going to. अच्छा, have you ever felt कि यार in physics sir when teacher teaches ना, I get the concept, है ना, almost everything I get it, but while doing the numericals, sir, I surrender. I don't know how to proceed. ठीक है? If such thing is happening with you ना, it means कि you are lagging in this mathematical knowledge. You are lagging somewhere in mathematical knowledge. That's why we are providing you with the basic of mathematics. ठीक है? Because that's why I'm saying कि it is language in which we communicate in physics. Okay? Now please understand, like I have to teach you vectors. Before going to vectors and all, please understand why I'm saying that mathematics is important for physics. Understand this. If I give you a simple Newton's second law equation, F equal to ma, this much physics everybody knows, right? F equal to ma, right? This much physics we know. If I give you a very simple question, कि mass of a block is 2 kg. Acceleration of the block is 5 meter per second square. Calculate the force acting on the body. Calculate the net force acting on the body. What is the answer? Come on, tell me first. Yes. Correct. 10 Newton. Correct. 10 Newton. See? So many answers within 1 second, so many answers you are giving. Why? Because the mathematics involved here is simply 2 into 5, which is 25. Correct? 2 into 5, which is 10 Newton. Right? So many answers. Now, if I change this question little bit, in previous question, let's say mass increases by 20% and acceleration increases by 40%. Find a new force acting on the body. It is nowhere related to vector. ठीक है? Here we will discuss the percentage concept also. थोड़ा बहुत percentage, how to take the percentage. But I want you to calculate it. Okay, one answer we have got. Two answer, 250. Okay, one is 16.8, second is 250. Let's see. But you can see one thing. Now the answer is not coming that fast. Please understand. Now the answer is not coming that fast, and also the answers are different. I can see the answers are different. Okay, 16.8, 16.8. Message has been deleted also. Okay, 84 by 5, which is 16.8 only. Correct, correct. Now, if I solve this question, so mass increased by 20%. Okay, mass increases by 20%. What was the mass earlier? 2 kg. 2 kg. So understand how to calculate percentage. 20% of 2 kg. 20% of 2 kg is our increase in mass. 20% of 2 kg is our increase in mass. So if how to calculate this? So simple, 20% to divide with 100. 20% divided with 100 multiplied with 2 kg. This is how much mass has increased. So if you calculate, I think it will come 0.4. So this much mass has increased. Earlier mass was 2 kg. So our new mass will be 2 plus 0.4 equal to 2.4 kg. Equal to 2.4 kg. Similarly, 40% of acceleration, 40% of 5 meter per second square is our increase in acceleration, which is 40 by 100 into 5. बताएगा बच्चा बड़ी कितना है? So I think it will be 0 point. No, my mistake. It's 2. That means our new acceleration is 5 plus 2, 7 meter per second square. Please understand. Earlier mass was 2 kg. Earlier mass was 2 kg. 20% increase. The increment is 0.4 kg. Increment is 0.4 kg. New mass is, instead of 2, now we will take 2.4 kg. Right? Now, 40% increase is 2 meter per second square. Earlier acceleration was 5. Now new acceleration is 7 meter per second square. So if I calculate the new force, so it will be 2.4 into 7, which is 4 into 7, 28, 2 into 7, 14, and 2 extra. This is correct answer. 16.8 is correct answer. Are you getting my point? So earlier question, this question was easy. This question was easy. This one was easy. This one is tough. But if you consider the physics part is F equal to ma only, na yaar. F equal to ma, that is the physics. We are applying F equal to ma in the first question. The second question also we are applying F equal to ma. Then why the second question is tough as compared to the first question? Why second question is tough? Because the mathematics involved in the second question is tough. That means if you are not able to solve any physics question, either your concept is lagging. I can agree. But if you know the concept, because here everybody knows the concept, F equal to ma. So you are knowing the concept, F equal to ma in both questions, but you are not able to solve the second question. It simply means your mathematics knowledge is less. We have to work hard on the mathematics. Okay? That's why we should study this maths part first. Okay? If your maths level is good, I'm telling you, you'll be able to solve more numericals. Okay? Someone is asking, doubt, sir, please explain these terms. A increased by 20%, A increased to 20%. No. See, they will always say increase by, increase to means the final value is that thing. If they say no, force increases to triple amount, that means final force is triple. If they say force increases by triple amount, means final force is 4 times. Okay? Increases to means final value is that thing. Increases by means the change is that thing. So the A increased to 20%, they will not say like this. It will be 120%, something like this. Okay, and now tell me, we will start vector, but tell me if you have any doubt regarding anything, you can ask me. Not the colleges. Please don't ask me the colleges. Sir, this is the marks, what college I will get. Okay? That one and the sir had discussed, I think. Okay, the first in NEET 24, the second in NEET 25, correct. You can say like this. So regarding physics C, I know some of you might be worried. Let me tell you, somewhere I think it's my personal belief, so it can be wrong also. But I feel that somewhere we now know what is the range of the NEET, where they can ask the question. On the easy side, it can nothing be easier than 2024. That I can say. It cannot be easier than 2024, and it should not be tougher than 2025. So we know the level. So somewhere we have to practice in between. Okay? Between 2024 to 2025. And how do we practice? We will take care of that. And we will take care of that how? By papers. We will give you easy papers also. We will give you ultra tough paper also. We will give you moderate paper also. Okay? What happened that sometimes the problem is also there. Okay, we know in NEET 25, sorry, it was paper was tough, then it was tough for everyone. Take it lightly. But somewhere it hampers the confidence, it kills the confidence in the student. I'm getting only 300 marks. Okay? So 300 marks you are getting now, you are quite worried. Please understand, past few years, the paper was, it was easy or moderate, little moderate. So what was happening is somewhere it was said, means if you talk about a very good student, so if they are getting anything less than 700, they are worried. Anything less than 700, they are worried. If you talk about the above average student, anything less than 600, they are worried. But this year, what is happening? Nobody is getting 700. Above 600, I don't think more than 1,000, 2,000 students will be there. Please understand this thing, bacha, ki marks, it depends on the level of exam. So we have to remove that perception ki 600 means above average marks, 700 is ultra good marks. Nothing like that. It will depend on the paper. Please understand. Yeah, logical thinking is the key. Logical thinking is the key. Correct. Yeah, we will work on that. Any doubt, or shall we start with the concept of vector? Are we ready? I hope you understand. I hope you understand. I wanted to make the point from here. Maths, we have to focus. Okay, so we are ready for the concept of vector. Okay. So in vectors, what we are going to study by. So first of all, we will see the types of vector. Then we will see addition of vector, subtraction, it will be counted here only. Then I will tell you how to take components of a vector, chalega. Then we will see product of vectors, in which two type of product we will see. First one is dot product. Another one is cross product. Okay? This much concept we will see. Okay, bacha? Types of vector, addition of vector, then component of vector, then product of vector, two types of product of vector, dot product and cross product. Now, before going into this topic, first of all, we will discuss a very small term. I want you to answer it. Physical quantity. Physical quantity. Anyone? Can you give me the definition? Do you know this thing? Do you know this term? Physical quantity. Come on, bachcha badi. Batayega. Anyone know the term physical quantity? Quantity which is measurable is called physical quantity. Very good. A quantity which can be measured, mass, time, length, which can be measured, measurable. Very good. Everyone is correct. Any quantity which can be measured directly or indirectly. Which can be measured directly or indirectly. What do you mean by directly or indirectly? Directly means with the help of some instrument. Like if you want to measure 2 kg of some potato, let's say 2 kg potato, you go to a shop, right? You say 2 kg of potato, then they keep it on a weighing machine, and that's how you measure the mass, right? So when you measure it directly with the help of some instrument, we call it, we are measuring it directly. But let's say we want to measure the mass of the moon. So what? We should take the moon and keep it on a weighing machine. What do you expect? No. So there we will use some formula, maybe using some Newton's laws of gravitation. I don't know, gm1m2 by r square, right? Please understand my point. So directly means directly with the help of some instrument. Indirectly means with the help of some formula or some experiment, something like this. Okay? Average mass we measure like 2 kg, 10 kg, 20 kg, we measure directly. But if you are supposed to measure some high value like mass of earth, mass of sun, mass of moon, or very low mass, ultra low mass, like mass of proton, mass of proton, mass of, so what? I should bring one proton, keep it on a weighing machine. Nahi na bhai? Are you getting a point? So which can be measured either directly or indirectly. Like length. If you want to measure length, so you will take a tape, inch tape, hold one end here, another end here, whatever is the length, right? But if you want to measure the distance between earth and the sun, so will you take a tape from earth and start going towards sun? Nahi na bhai. So either it can be measured directly with the help of some instrument or indirectly with the help of some experiment or formula. I hope you understand this point. Okay? Now any quantity which can be measured. Can you tell me some example which you can measure? So as I said, mass, length, time. Anything other you can say which you can measure? Come on. Other quantity, very good. Temperature. Someone is saying temperature. Bahut acha. Bol de bhai. Speed, okay. Height bola, height, length, okay. Same thing. Intensity of light, volume, very good. Volume, good. Current, chalo bhai. Current, charge. Chalo bolte hain extra. Sorry, etc. Now tell me one thing. ETC. Area, density, very good. Voltage. So there are hundreds of physical quantities, thousands of physical quantities, right? Can you tell me any quantity which cannot be measured? Tell me any quantity which cannot be measured. Because you say, sir, anything we are saying and you are saying ki we can measure it. Tell me something which we can't measure. Tension, okay. Stress, not that physics wala term. Feelings, very good. Hunger, very good. Pain, very good. Emotions, right. Cuteness, he/she is so cute. Are how much cute yaar? 2 kg cute, 5 kg cute. You tell me na. So cute. What is the meaning of so cute? Right. Similarly, honesty. He is such an honest person. Are how much honest? How much honest person? 10 meter honest, 100 meter honest. Are you getting a point? So these things, these emotions, right? Pain, it pains a lot. Are how much? Okay? So that means that these things we cannot measure, so we will not call it a physical quantity. Anything which you can't measure, you can't call it a physical quantity. Yes, extensive property. Okay, very good. Anger, yes, correct. Affection, correct. Love, correct. Intelligence, correct. Very good. Now, these are our two types, fundamental and derived quantity. Now, I will not go there. I will say, now these are of two types. Some quantities can be defined with the help of magnitude only. Can be defined with the help of magnitude only. Such quantities we call scalar quantities. Such quantities we call a scalar. Yes. Intelligence, attitude. Correct. Very good. Now moving forward. Now physical quantity you can divide into multiple ways. I'm using this one. I'm not using that fundamental and derived. Now, any quantity which you are measuring, it can be defined either only with the help of magnitude. Magnitude is sufficient to define that. Magnitude is sufficient to define that. Example, mass. If I ask you, what is your mass? So let's say 70 kg. Khatam. The question ends there. What is your mass? Your answer is 70 kg over. If I say something like this, what is your mass? And you give answer, sir, my mass is 70 kg in the east direction. Wow. This statement doesn't make any sense. It looks absurd. My mass is 70 kg in the east direction. What? You are growing in a particular direction. So if you try to give direction to such quantity, it will not make any sense. Similarly, you can say time also. Okay? Then distance, speed, you know these things. Distance is there, speed is there, etc. Temperature is also there. Now the other one is vectors. Vectors. Now they have both magnitude and direction. So to define them, two things are required, both magnitude and direction. If you define only magnitude or only direction, it will not give you the complete picture. Like in mass, when you say 70 kg, it gave the complete picture. Okay? The answer of the question was complete. Okay? But when you ask about vector quantities and you give only magnitude, then picture is not complete, right? Like if I ask you, how far is railway station from here? Let's say, how far railway station from here? Then you say, okay, 10 kilometer. Okay, it is making sense. Railway station is 10 kilometer from here. Okay, and that means I was interested in distance. But if I ask you, okay, how should I get there? Sir, go 10 kilometer from here. Arey bhai, I'm asking you, how should I get from here to the railway station? And you are saying, sir, go 10 kilometer from here. Where I should go 10 kilometer here? Anywhere I will go 10 kilometer, I will reach to the railway station. I hope you are understanding my point. So you can say, sir, go 10 kilometer north. You can say, let's say the railway station is at the north side here. So you can say, sir, 10 kilometer north you go, then you will reach the railway. You can't say, sir, move 10 kilometer from here. Then I will be confused. I don't know in which side 10 kilometer you are asking me here. Correct? Okay. Now, Bachapati, similarly, if I ask you another question, if I have to throw a projectile, don't get carried away with the term. We will understand it in detail, but I'm asking just a question. Let's say I have to throw a projectile, I have to throw a ball in the air such that it reaches a particular point which is at a distance 100 meters from here. I have thrown a ball, I want this ball to reach here. And the question is, how should I throw the ball? Means I'm interested in the velocity. How should I throw the ball so that it reaches at a point 100 meters away from the point of projection? In that means, you can't just say, sir, throw with some particular speed 50 meters per second. Because if you say, sir, throw with 50 meters per second, it will reach. Where I should throw with 50 meters per second? Aisa upward throw kar de. If I throw it upward, then it will reach here only. So you can't just say, sir, throw it with 50 meters per second. You have to tell me exactly in which direction. That means you have to give me some velocity value, as well as you have to give some angle value also. He said throw with speed 50 meter per second at an angle 30 degree from the horizontal. I don't know answer will come 100 or not, but please try to understand. Okay? So here only magnitude, if you say 50 meter per second, it will not make any sense. You have to tell the angle. Okay? That means velocity is a vector quantity. So what is vector quantity? To define, both magnitude is required and direction is also required. Both magnitude and direction are required. Now here comes two special. One is electric current. It is a scalar quantity, but remember it is a scalar quantity. Although it has both magnitude and direction. It had both magnitude and direction, still we call it scalar quantity. You can remember it like an exception. Why? Because see, when we are dealing with the current now, so its direction property we were not using, right? Let's say there is a wire where current is coming, the current was coming like this, right? So from conservation of charge, if 3 ampere current is coming here, 4 ampere current is coming here, 7 ampere, right? So its direction was not considered. We are not adding it as per any vector algebra. We are using normal algebra, right? But that is not the main reason, because it doesn't obey the vector law of addition. The main reason is it is defined in this way. Current is defined as dq by dt. Now, when you differentiate a scalar quantity with respect to another scalar quantity, that is time, we are differentiating charge, which is scalar quantity, with respect to time, which is a scalar quantity, we are going to get a scalar quantity only. Yes, there are another thing where when you differentiate a scalar, it will become a vector also. We call it divergence and curl, which is not in the syllabus of NEET. But understand, we are just differentiating a simple scalar quantity with respect to another scalar quantity. Obviously, we are supposed to get current, which is a scalar quantity. Or it is also defined as current density, the dot product of current density and area vector. Dot product of current density and area vector, and dot product, I will tell you, dot product are supposed to be a scalar. Dot products are supposed to be a scalar. So if someone asks you why electric current is a scalar quantity, what should be your answer? Your answer should not be like it doesn't follow vector law of addition. Okay, that is up to somewhat correct, but the real answer is here. Why electric current is a scalar quantity? Because it is defined like this. It is defined as a dot product, and dot product are supposed to be a scalar. I hope you understand this. No, doesn't obey vector law is not a correct explanation, bacha. Please understand, doesn't obey vector law is not a correct explanation. The correct explanation is it is defined like this. It has been defined like a scalar quantity. It is defined like a dot product. It is defined as a differentiation of a scalar quantity with respect to another scalar quantity. Please understand this thing. Although it will not help you. At the end, the main thing will help you ki electric current is a scalar quantity. That's it. No one is going to ask you what is the reason behind it. Okay. No, in electric field we are not differentiating electric field with respect to time, bacha. You can differentiate a vector with respect to a scalar. That I'm not discussing. I'm saying we are differentiating a scalar with respect to a scalar. It's a normal differentiation. It's not any kind of gradient or any curl, right? It's a simple differentiation, dq by dt. Don't worry. I was waiting for this question. Sir, what is tensor quantity? Somebody right here said there are 3 types: scalar, vector, and tensor. Never use this term, because in advanced level also we do not study about tensor. I'm telling you at advanced level also we do not study about tensor. Why? Because let me tell you some little thing. Because tensor has different rank. There is a tensor of rank 0. Then there is a tensor of rank 1. Then there is tensor of rank 2, rank 3, and so on. Tensor of rank 0 we call it a scalar. Tensor of rank 1 we call it vector. Similarly, you can give any name. You can give a name like this. It is known as dyad or triad, something like this. Okay? But a tensor quantity means it's a mathematical object. It's a very vast thing. So you should not say that tensor is something different from a scalar and vector. No. Tensor is not different from, means obviously it is different, but understand that scalar and vector are, you can say it is a subset, is a part of the tensor. Any tensor of rank 0 is known as scalar, a tensor of rank 1 is known as vector. Okay? So that's why I'm saying, don't go into this. That's why I'm saying, do not get into this thing. If someone asks you what tensor quantity, you say, I don't know. Simple. So from next time, if you ask me a tensor quantity, I will say, I don't know. Okay? Clear to everyone? Any doubt till here? So what is scalar quantity? For definition means for defining those quantities only magnitude is required. If you add direction, it will not make any sense. If you add direction to a scalar quantity, it will not make any sense. And for vector quantity, both magnitude and directions are required. One another thing, what do you think about area? What do you think about area? Is it a scalar quantity or a vector quantity? A scalar or vector? Come on. Scalar or vector? Okay. So basically, see, generally we are interested only in magnitude of the area. But when we will study in physics, like this flux, like electric flux, magnetic flux. So when we are discussing about flux, we need infinitesimally small area. Okay? We will represent with dA. D means very, very, very small. And in differentiation, you have learned this. Sometimes they also write it ds. Okay? So what is this thing? Let's say there is any object. This is a surface. Okay? So we talk about a very tiny patch. Very tiny patch. Small patch here. So this we say infinitesimally small area, and this dA vector direction is perpendicular. Direction of infinitesimally small area is perpendicular to the surface. So yes, dA is a vector quantity. dA is a vector quantity. If someone asks you what is the direction, the direction is perpendicular to the surface. Okay? If it is a plane surface, then you can say, okay, the entire. If it is a plane surface, then plane surface, so you know, if you take different patches, then every dA vector will be in same direction. Every dA vector will be in same direction. So if someone asks you what is the area vector of the complete, what is direction of area vector of the complete surface, so you can say, sir, all dA vector will add, then A vector will be also perpendicular. So for a plane surface, you can define the complete area as a vector quantity. But for such surface, you should define only a small area as a vector quantity. Like if there is a sphere, what is the surface area of a sphere? 4 pi r square. What is the direction of this? I don't know. 4 pi r square, what is direction? I don't know. But if you ask me, what is the direction of area of this small patch, I can tell you it's perpendicular. Okay, so when we talk about area as a vector quantity, we are generally talking about a very small area. Okay, so infinitesimally small area, you can consider it a vector quantity. Electric current, you should consider it a scalar quantity. Moment of inertia, stress is a scalar or vector quantity. Normally, we will say it is a scalar quantity. At our level, we will say a scalar quantity. But in case of anisotropic material, now if you ask me such question, I will say some word, which will go bouncer. That's why do not ask such question, beta. Moment of inertia, stress for us at NEET level, advanced level, it is a scalar quantity. But in case of some anisotropic material, it is a tensor of rank 2. It is a tensor of rank 2. But let's not go there. Moment of inertia is a scalar quantity. Stress is a scalar quantity for us. We are happy with that. Okay? I hope you understand this point. Complete area vector, don't try to say complete area is a vector quantity. Very small area. This is the only point I want to discuss here. Very small area you should consider a vector quantity. So these are the two exceptions. First, electric current, it is a scalar, although it has direction. What is the reason behind this? It is defined like this dot product. And then second is area which we think it is a scalar, but in reality, small area we consider a vector quantity because the direction we need to use, because we define like this, flux as integration E dot dA. We will use this thing, don't worry about this. So we need area, we need the direction of the area. That's why we are saying that area should be a vector quantity because we need it. If we don't need it, we could have easily said that it's a scalar quantity. But we need the direction of the area vector while calculating the flux. Chalo. After this, we can now go with the basic of vector. Basic of vector, what are the types of vector? What are the types of vector? First of all, how do we represent a vector, beta? We represent a vector with the help of an arrow. This is known as tail of vector, also known as initial point. Yes. Any question? Let me go through the comment section. Moment of inertia that I discussed. More than enough. Yes. It's NEET 2025. That effect is there. I have to tell you sometimes more than enough. Gauss law, electricity, very good. That means you know something. So now area is vector. Yes, a small area is a vector. A small area is a vector quantity. Very small, infinitesimally small area. dA is a vector quantity. Let's not go about that. If it's a plane surface, then only we will try to talk about the direction. If it's a plane surface. Okay? Area we will consider in vector only. Chalo. Now this one is head. We call is final point, you can say, or terminal point. You can call it terminal point or final point. Basically, you know, this we can take the help of displacement to understand this thing. If a particle starts from here and go in a whatever kind of path, but ends here, this is the initial point from where it started, and this is the final point. So displacement vector is a vector from initial to final. You can think like this. Displacement vector is a vector from initial to final, something like this. So that's why we are calling the tail as initial point and the head as terminal point. This is how we represent a vector. Now length length of the arrow, it tells you about the magnitude of vector. Means if I draw a small, if there are two vectors, okay, one length is more, one length is less, it means the magnitude of this vector is more as compared to magnitude of the second vector. If you call it A vector, if you call it B vector, it means magnitude. This is how you write magnitude of A vector is more than magnitude of B vector. Magnitude of A vector is more than magnitude of B vector because the length of arrow of A vector is more than length of arrow of B vector. Okay? So the length determines the magnitude of vector, and the orientation, whether it is inclined or horizontal or vertical, it will tell you about the direction of vector. This basic thing we know, right? This basic thing we know. Now, types of vector. The first one is, you can say it's zero vector, represented by 0 and like this. Okay, zero vector. Now, what is zero vector? So, simple thing, beta. Zero vector means whose magnitude is 0, whose magnitude is 0, and direction. If someone asks you in theoretical question, if someone asks you direction, either you can call it undefined, or you can say any arbitrary direction. Remember it? Either you can use the term undefined, or you can say any arbitrary direction, because there is no magnitude. Zero vector means what? Zero vector we generally write like this: A vector. And zero vector we write like A vector, means it is starting from A, ending at A. Means initial point and terminal point are same. The tail and head are at the same place. Are you getting my point? That means key. Then in that case, how can you define any direction? Or you can say it has all the direction. Either you can say it doesn't have any direction, means direction not defined, we can't associate any direction with it. Or you can say all the directions are possible. Okay? So remember, magnitude is 0, and direction, any two terms you can use. Either you can say undefined or any arbitrary direction. Okay? Now, what is the use in physics? Simple thing. Don't worry much about this zero vector thing. Simple thing. Bacha bhai, if I say, understand like this. If I say three forces are acting on a body, F1 vector, F2 vector, F3 vector, and this object is at rest. Object is at rest. It means that net force is 0. So what you will write? You will write F1 vector plus F2 vector plus F3 vector is 0. Right? You write F1 vector plus F2 vector plus F3 vector is 0. Now, if it is a 0, so you will say, sir, addition of vector quantities. Addition. If you don't define a zero vector, then this 0 will become a scalar. Understand? Please understand. If you don't define, if you don't know if there is anything like zero vector, then you will say, sir, addition of vector should be a vector quantity, because when you add force and force, you will get force. So when you add two vector quantity, you must get a vector quantity. But if you don't define zero vector, then you will say, sir, then see, this becomes a scalar quantity. Are you getting a point? So instead of writing like 0, you should write zero vector. But generally we don't write it while solving the numerical. But this is how we should write: F1 vector plus F2 vector plus F3 vector equal to 0 vector. I hope you understand this point. Kya bachcha badi? Okay? That means addition of the vector is still a vector. So just remember, not that important term, this is zero vector. Just remember, magnitude is 0 and direction is undefined or any arbitrary direction. Coming to the most important, unit vector. Unit vector, it is represented as a cap, means A, B, C, whatever, but there will be, instead of arrow at the head, there will be a cap. Instead of arrow, the arrow has been replaced with cap. We are calling it cap. Okay, a cap, right? Now, what is unit vector? Unit means one. Unit means one. So, unit vector is something whose magnitude is 1. And unit vector is used to represent direction along any vector. It is used to represent direction along any vector, or direction of any vector. Direction of any vector. See, bachawadi. If this is a vector, its magnitude is, let's say, 7. Its magnitude is 7. Then what is unit vector along this vector? What is unit vector of a vector? What is unit vector of a vector? Or what is unit vector along a vector? So it simply means I will draw a vector parallel to a vector. I will draw a vector parallel to a vector, but I will keep this magnitude 1. I will keep this magnitude 1. This is magnitude 7, but I will draw another vector whose magnitude is 1, and this vector I will call it a cap. Means a cap will always have magnitude 1. Okay? Now, what you can write? You can write a vector is nothing but magnitude of a into, please understand, the complete vector can be written as magnitude of the vector multiplied with unit vector, which is representing the direction of vector. A cap. Okay? Complete vector means, understand now what I'm trying to say. Can I write a vector is nothing but 7 times a cap? Please understand. I can write here a vector is nothing but 7 times a cap. Means this is a cap. If you multiply this with 7, this 7 times a cap will become a vector. Please understand this point, bacha. That means a vector we can write unit vector multiplied by the magnitude. Unit vector multiplied by the magnitude of a vector. So any vector has two things, magnitude and direction. Multiply them. Think like this. Any vector has two things, magnitude as well as direction. Multiply them. Is it clear, bacha? Multiply them. So magnitude and direction multiplied, it gives you complete vector. That means if you want to define unit vector, you can define the complete vector divided by, remember this, we will do question on this in the next class. I will give you one PDF, the maths NCERT. Okay? There are some questions based on this. If possible, I will send it. But no. We are on. Acha, okay. We will discuss in the next class. Sorry, my mistake. We will discuss in next class. Sorry. Okay, so unit vector we can define the complete vector divided by its magnitude. Yahan tak clear, bacha badi? We will do question based on this. Acha, okay. If you want to do question, do you know anything like if you know? Acha, bacha badi. We can define unit vector along any vector. But, and because they are generally used to represent direction. But there are 3 directions which are very famous, which are reference, which are a standard. Do you know 3 directions which are quite the standard? We use it quite often. Come on, tell me 3 lines in maths, in physics, which we use quite often. We use it in graph. Come on. Very good. X-axis, Y-axis, Z-axis. Now, a vector, I said it a cap. Now x vector, if I say what is unit vector along x-axis, what is unit vector along x-axis, you can give it any name. To avoid the confusion, what we have done, we have said कि unit vector along x-axis, we all will say it is I cap. Unit vector along y-axis, we all will say j cap. Along z-axis, unit vector is defined as k cap. We can take any name, but to avoid any confusion, to avoid any confusion, we have given this name and we will stick to this name. Okay? This representation. I cap means unit vector along x-axis. J cap means unit vector along y-axis. K cap means unit vector along z-axis. It means if somewhere it is written that displacement of a person is 10 meter I cap. Displacement of any person is 10 meter I cap. What is the meaning of this? Come on. What is the meaning of this? 10 meter I cap. Come on, bacha. The meaning is it has started from some point. I don't know from where it has started, but it has started from some point. And it has moved 10 meter I cap. I cap is telling you the direction. 10 meter is just telling you magnitude. Displacement 10 meter. Now this 10 meter can be right, can be left, can be up, can be down, can be inclined. I don't know. So only 10 meter is telling you about the magnitude. This is I cap. I cap is the unit vector. I cap is telling you about the direction. I cap will tell you where the person has moved. That's why I said unit vector is used to represent the direction. Unit vector will tell you the direction. This I cap, due to this I cap only you are understanding it is moving along x-axis. Similarly, if I say displacement is 5 meter j cap, what is the meaning? The object has moved or the person has moved 5 meter. It has moved 5 meter in the upward direction along the y-axis. Along the y-axis, we are calling it x-axis, we are calling it y-axis. Okay? So the unit vector will tell what is the direction. Unit vector will tell what is the direction. Okay? Sometimes any vector will be written as, although I will tell you in the component of vector, sometimes a vector will be written as 3i cap plus 4j cap. What is the meaning? The meaning is the person has moved or the object has moved 3 along here and 4 along here. That means this vector has two components. The I means x component is 3 and y component is 4. And what we have to do? We have to add. That means we are supposed to add two vectors, 3i cap and 4j cap. We don't write 7. We don't write 7, 3 plus 4 is 7. No, because now we will use vector law of addition. We will not use normal algebra. We will use vector law of addition. Okay? Yeah, 5 times 10 meter along x-axis, 5 times along y-axis, very good. 5 times the distance of j cap, very good. Yeah, magnitude is 5, magnitude is 5. But please understand what is the meaning of this 3i cap plus 4j cap. Meaning of 3i cap plus 4j cap is one component is here 3, the I means x component is 3, y component is 4. We will discuss this. But let's get familiar with this term. Okay. Similarly, they can say plus 5k cap also. It means what? You have to visualize in 3D. This angle is 90 degree. And this magnitude is 5. Okay, this magnitude is 5. Okay, bacha? So we have now 3 components, x component, y component and z component. Just tell me how to find the magnitude if a vector is written as, let's say, ax I cap plus AY j cap plus AZ k cap. Vector written as AX I cap plus AY j cap plus AZ k cap. What can be written about its magnitude? Simple. We will discuss how we are writing this, but remember for now, AX square plus AY square plus AZ square under root. Yeah, these are orthogonal vectors. Orthogonal means mutually perpendicular. So if you calculate magnitude of this one based on this formula beta, what we will say? We will say the magnitude is under root. X component is 3. So we will write 3 square plus 4 square plus 5 square. So it becomes 9 plus 16 plus 25. I did. 9 plus 16 is 25. 25 plus 25 is 50, which will become 5 root 2. Okay, 5 root 2. So magnitude of this is 5 root 2. Okay. Why I'm telling you this? Because I wanted you to solve some question on unit vector, for which I'm telling you this. Otherwise, we will discuss it again when I will tell you component of a vector. And when I will tell you addition of vectors. Then I will tell you again this thing. Okay, bacha? I have told you like this so that we can solve some question on unit vector. Are we ready? Find unit vector along three I cap plus 4j cap, 2I cap minus 3j cap, plus 2 root 3k cap, two I cap minus 3j cap minus 6k cap. Find unit vector along these vectors. 3 questions I have given you. Remember, unit vector is defined as complete vector divided by its magnitude. This is the formula we have to use in all the question. Unit vector is defined as complete vector divided by its magnitude. Come on, solve. Okay, Harshita, correct bacha. MSR, correct beta. Santu, yes, correct. Hemant, correct. Trizal, correct. One thing, if you are feeling any confusion, bacha buddy, if let's say it was not plus 5, let's say it was minus 5, then here what he will do? He will do minus 5 whole square. He will do minus 5 whole square. So when you do minus 5 whole square, still you will get plus 25. So the answer will remain same. So don't get worried here it is minus or plus, because when you will square, then minus will also become plus. Solve it. Siri, first one is correct. Okay. Yeah, first one, almost everyone is correct. First one, let me solve the first one. First one is simple. A cap will be defined as complete vector, which is 3i cap plus 4j cap divided by its magnitude. Magnitude is under root 3 square plus 4 square. Under root 3 square plus 4 square, which is 5. So you can write it 3i cap plus 4j cap whole divided by 5. In a decent way, if you want to write, you can write 3 by 5 I cap plus 4 by 5 j cap. 3 by 5 I cap plus 4 by 5 j cap. Oh, so many answers. Okay. Nice. Chalo. Second one. Let's find the magnitude first, yaar. Let's find the magnitude first. So magnitude will be 2 square. Can I write directly? This much mathematics, so I think you should know. 2 square is 4. Minus 3 whole square will be 9. Don't write minus 9. Please don't write minus 9. 2 root 3 whole square. What is 2 root 3 whole square, yaar? 2 root 3 whole square. Chalo, let's check it. What is 2 root 3 whole square? This becomes 13. Now 2 root 3 whole square means 2 square means 4. 2 square means 4. Root 3 whole square means 3. So 4 into 3 it is 12. So it becomes under root 13 plus 12, which is root 25. Root 25, again we are getting the magnitude as 5. Again we are getting the magnitude as 5. Okay. Now, so if you want to write the unit vector, what we will do? We will divide the entire thing with 5. So I am writing it directly. A cap is 2 by 5 I cap minus 3 by 5 j cap plus 2 root 3 by 5 k cap. Can you tell me the answer of third one, bacha? Very good. Just tell me the magnitude. Come on, tell me the magnitude of the third one. The answer will be clear. Tell me the magnitude of the third one. Come on, bacha badi. Bol de bhai. 7. Okay, nice. Magnitude of third one. Under root 2 square means 4, minus 3 square means plus 9, minus 6 whole square means plus 36. So it becomes 13 plus 36 root 49, which is 7. So unit vector, again I am telling you, unit vector is complete vector divided by its magnitude. So which becomes this complete thing divided by 7. So either you can keep like this, but in an elegant way, you should write like this: 2 by 7 I cap minus 3 by 7 j cap minus 6 by 7 k cap. Okay. Very good. One more. If see like this, if 0.2 I cap plus 0 point, let's make it chalega, j cap plus c k cap is a unit vector, is a unit vector. Find c, find the value of c, find the value of c. Second one is correct, beta. Second one is correct. Srisha, second one is correct. 4 root 2, अरे 4 root 2 नहीं. Take your time, take your time. .4 root 2, okay. Okay, if it is a unit vector, do you want one more minute? Okay, 0.8, root 0.8, no, we will check. If it is a unit vector, please understand, if it is a unit vector, then its magnitude should be 1. How to find its magnitude, bacha? How to find its magnitude? So, its magnitude will be 0.2 whole square plus 0.8 whole square plus c square, it should be 1. I hope this much is clear. Okay? Now, if you add this, it will become 0.2 whole square. Come on. 0.2 multiplied 0.2. 0.2 multiplied 0.2, 0.04. 0.04. 0.8 multiplied 0.8, it will become 0.64. 0.64 plus c square is 1. If you add this, it will become 0.68 plus c square is 1. So c square we are getting 1 minus 0.68. That means c square is 0.32. So c is under root 0.32. Under root 0.32. ठीक है? If you want to simplify, you can simplify, but okay, चलेगा. Acha, now tell me one more thing. If I give you bacha body, if I say this is a vector, let's say 5 phi cap minus 13 j cap plus 8 k cap. This one is b vector 3 I cap plus 7 j cap minus k cap. If I ask you, again, these things I should have told you in the next class, but these are basic things, so I think you can do it. If I ask you a vector plus b vector, can you add them? A vector plus b vector. Yes, you can write 0.4 root 2, no problem. Okay, let's check. We can write this one as 0.16 into 2. 0.16 into 2. 0.16 under root will be 0.4 root 2. Yes, you can write 0.4 root 2, no problem. Let's come here. First of all, tell me how much is A vector plus B vector. Then you will tell me how much is magnitude of A vector plus B vector. You will tell me how much is, question number 2 it is, how much is A vector minus B vector. Then you will tell me how much is the magnitude of A vector minus B vector. Okay, a lot of answers are there. 8I minus 6J plus 7K. It is correct. A plus B is correct. Very simple question. Simply add I with I, J and J add, and K add. It's so simple. 5 and 3, it will become 8 I cap. Minus 13 plus 7 will be minus 6 J cap. 8 and here nothing is there, we will consider it minus 1. So 8 minus 1 is plus 7 K cap. It's so simple. Now once you know this value, you can find the magnitude as under root 8 square 64 plus 6 square 36 plus 49. 64 plus 36 is 100, so it becomes 100 root 49. ठीक है? Okay. The second one, A vector minus B vector. Now subtract 5 minus 3. Help me here. 5 minus 3 is 2I cap. A lot of you have given correct answer. 2I cap minus 20 J cap and plus 9 cap. Very good. Minus 13 minus 7. Minus 13 minus 7. So it will become minus 20 J cap and 8 minus minus. 8 minus minus will become plus. So it will become plus 9K cap. So coming to the magnitude part, 4 plus 400 plus 81 root 485. Root 485. Now see what I'm doing here. What question I wanted to ask? The tough question. A vector, B vector will be given. Now I'm giving you the question, the main question I'm giving you. Question is, find unit vector along. Question number 1, A vector. Question number 2, B vector. Question number 3, A vector plus B vector. Question number 4, A vector minus B vector. This was the main thing I wanted to ask you, but if I would have asked you directly, a lot of you would have faced problem. That's why I have broken it down, piece by piece. Okay? Now it is solved. 4 questions I have asked you. 4 questions I have asked you, bacha. Find unit vector along A vector, along B vector, along A vector plus B vector, along A vector minus B vector. Come on, go for it. Everything is there only. Okay. So you guys are saying ki root 258 is the magnitude of A. Root 258 is the magnitude of A, you are saying. Okay, we will see. Let's check. Come on, come on, come on. Everyone can solve here. Find unit vector along A vector. Find unit vector along A vector. Find the magnitude of A vector first. Find the magnitude of A vector, bachcha body. Good, good. Nice. Okay, so some of you are participating, and I think almost all answers are correct. More or less, they are correct. Let's check what is the magnitude of A vector. So 5 square will be 25. See here, 5 square will be 25. 13 square, I think it is 169. Correct me if I am wrong. And 8 square is 64. So if you do it, 9 plus 4, 13 plus 5, 18. 6 plus 1, 7 plus 6 is 13, 13 and 2, 15 and 1 and 1, 2. Yes, it's root 258. It's root 258. Root 258 is correct. So unit vector along A vector, please understand, unit vector along A vector is nothing but A vector divided by its magnitude. So what you can do, you can take this as common. 1 by root 258 you can take common. है ना? And you can write A vector like 5 I cap minus 13 J cap plus 8 K cap. This is the answer number 1. B answer, come on, let's find the magnitude of B. 3, 7 and 1 is there. So the magnitude of B vector will be 3, 7 and 1 was there. So it will be 9, 7 means 49, 1 means 1. 3, 7, 1. So 3 square 9, 7 square 49, 1 square is 1, 50 and it becomes root 59. Root 59. So B cap we can write 3I means what we can do, we can take 1 by root 59 common. And the B vector I will write 3I plus 7J minus K cap like this. So this is the answer of B cap. This is the answer of B cap. Now, unit vector along. Now, this was the question I wanted to ask. What is the unit vector along A vector plus B vector? The question will be given like this. The question will be given A vector and B vector, and they will ask you directly, find unit vector along A vector plus B vector. So first we have to find A vector plus B vector. Correct? How to find A vector plus B vector? Like this. Add I with I, J with J, and K with K. Then you find the magnitude of A and B, A plus B. So if you find the magnitude A vector plus B vector magnitude like this, don't do this thing. Ki, sir, this was root 258 na, and this was root 59. Let's add them. Let's add root 258 plus root 59. No. How to find magnitude of A vector plus B vector? Find the vector like adding this and then find the magnitude. Don't add the magnitude. Please understand. I know that most of you will not do the mistake. Okay? But I want no one to do such type of mistake. ठीक है. So what you have to do? So simple unit vector along A vector plus B vector will be A vector plus B vector divided by its magnitude only na yaar. Unit vector will be A vector plus B vector divided by its magnitude. So it will be 1 by root 149 into 8i minus 6j plus 7k. Come on. Similarly here also, A vector minus B vector divided by its magnitude will be the unit vector, which can be written as 1 by root 485 2i minus 20j plus 9k. Khadam. Correct. So good to see you guys solving such questions. These are, mathematically, in vector we can say it is mathematically extensive question. Good amount of mathematics we are doing here. Okay, so if you are participating after 2 class, this is the 3rd class, and you are still active, you are still participating, it's good. You are very much dedicated. As a teacher, it feels good. Chalo bhai. Okay, so I think this is sufficient for today. Lot of mathematics we have done. Okay. Next class we will continue 2 more types of vector. I will tell you, because unit vector was a very important thing. See, zero vector we didn't discuss that much because it was not important. Unit vector is very important. That's why we discussed so many questions on unit vector. Okay. Next class 2 more types of vector I will tell you. Just the definition part, not that much important, just the definition part. Then we will move towards addition of vector. One complete lecture we will give to addition and subtraction of vector. Okay, addition and subtraction of vector, and then remaining product and component we will see. Okay, so next class will be on addition of vectors. If you come prepared, very good. If not, then don't worry, I will teach you from the basic. Now, last 5 minutes, you want to ask me something, anything, any doubt? Yeah, bacha party. Anything, bacha party? Anything you want to know about me, or about any confusion regarding physics or something? Nothing, sir. Thank you. Chalo bacha. Okay, so that's all for today. Can we crack NEET 26 if physics is weak? We have a whole 1 year here. We'll make it strong. Don't worry. Physics is weak. See, it's cracking NEET is just like a driving, a 4-wheeler. 4 subjects are like 4 wheels, 4 tires. The air pressure should be equal. You can't just claim, sir, 1 tire puncture. Can we complete the race? You can complete, but I'm not sure you will come in at the start, right? So jaise taise complete hoga. Please understand. So we have 1 year. We will feel the air in the 4th tire. Why you are getting worried here? We'll feel air in the 4th tire. Don't worry. About myself, my name is AMITH Singh. I belong to Bihar. I belong to Gaya city. I hope you have heard Bodh Gaya. Gaya city of Bihar. Bodh Gaya is very famous for Buddhism. Here, Gautam, Lord Buddha got the enlightenment. You know this thing, he got enlightened. Yes. So, city of knowledge. Then I cracked IIT JEE in year 2009. First attempt. Self-study. Because in Gaya city was supposed to, it is still a small city, right? So no such coaching institution were there. So it was all self-study. First attempt, year 2009. I'm telling you so that if you are still worried, you should be well informed ki where to take the admission. Then okay, then I have this 12 plus years of teaching experience. I have taught in FITZI, the JE segment, advanced. I was teaching their JE advanced. And almost 4 to 5 years I have been there. Then I was in Akash, Delhi, main branch, for 5 to 6 years. And then I am in prestigious Gosalites. 2 years completed, the third one is going on. You can count yourself. ठीक है? हाँ तो भाई मैं गया बंद हो गया FITZI, क्या करे? जब तक था तब तक चल रहा था. सैलरी नहीं बताऊंगा. Decent enough. Okay, चलो भाई, तो that's all for today बच्चों. That's my time. Let's meet in next class. ठीक है, चलो टाटा, बाय बाय.